Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about why running is making you fat. Now, what do most people start doing when they want to try and lose weight? Oh, I went for a run today. I'm going to go for a run for tomorrow morning and try and lose weight. Running is actually probably one of the worst things you can do in terms of actually losing weight, and in this video I'm going to explain why. So one of the main reasons running isn't great for you in terms of fat loss is that if you're looking to lose weight, chances are you're probably going to be overweight with respect. So for example, if you're heavily overweight, running is going to put a huge amount of stress through your joints. So when you actually run, every time your foot strikes the floor, that can put up to 10 tons worth of force through your joints. If you're not an active person, you exercise a lot, chances are you're going to have a lot of instability in the joints, which means that one of the main reasons we want to avoid running is that the risk to injury is very, very high. So point number one, your risk of injury when running if you're overweight is very, very high. Point number two, if you're overweight and you want to lose body fat, running isn't the optimal way to do that. Losing body fat comes down to calories in, calories out, and basically being in a calorie deficit. If you're not sure what that is, check out my YouTube channel. We have loads more videos covering calorie deficit, which is a whole other subject. But in terms of calories in versus calories out, what we're actually looking to achieve with exercise, burning calories. If you're overweight and unfit, chances are you're probably not going to be able to run for very long or very far, which means you then won't be able to burn very, very many calories. So example, if you can only run for 10 minutes, then you're not going to burn that many calories. What you'd actually be better off doing is going for a power walk for 60 minutes where you'd burn more calories, have less impact on your joints, and then the other bad and negative effect which happens with running, and we'll talk about shortly, won't actually happen. So that's the big thing that I'd recommend. If you can't actually run like a certain distance because you're overweight, you're unfit, you can only do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's completely fine and that's completely normal, but that doesn't mean that's the optimal way for you to lose body fat. If you look at marathon runners, they're not necessarily particularly lean a lot of the time, but if you look at a sprinter, they tend to be pretty lean and pretty jacked. So that's a very simple way to look at that. So if you can't run very far, why are you running to lose weight? Just think about it from that side of things. So point number three, we're going to go into in terms of why running is not the best way for you to lose weight, is that when you actually do intense exercise in terms of running for 10-15 minutes, you think you've done something, you probably spiked your metabolism up a little bit and you feel hungrier and you feel like you can rationalize in your own brain why you can eat some extra food because, oh, I went for a run this morning, and I ran for 15 minutes, I burnt probably 150 calories and I can eat that Mars bar now, which is 200 calories. So what actually happens, you've gone for a run, you feel a bit more tired, you feel a bit beaten up and tight because you're not used to running, and then what happens is you rationalize in your own brain why you can consume extra calories, which is not what we want to be doing. So this is why I prefer for people to go for a power walk for a longer period of time, because they're not going to put the stress through the joints, they're not going to feel necessarily as tired, and they're not going to spike the hunger levels. So these are three reasons why I don't recommend running for fat loss. I think it's probably the worst thing you can do if you're overweight and you try and look to get lean. Awesome, if you love running, you want to run, go for it, but it's not my cup of tea, it's not something I necessarily recommend for optimal results. The best thing you can do in terms of getting fat loss results is taking action, doing something. So if you are running, I commend you, but I'd probably suggest that for most people, power walking is probably an optimal way to go about things. Also, you want to obviously include some form of resistance training, which is really the key to building up lean muscle mass, improving metabolism, and then helping you build a lean athletic physique. So hopefully you found this video helpful. When you're out on your power walks now to get lean and shredded, not running, one of the things I'd highly suggest is you can educate yourself, your mind, and learn a little bit whilst in the process. So check out my podcast, The Shredded Show. I'll pop the link below. It's full of helpful fat loss tips, nutrition tips, mindset tips to help you become the ultimate version of yourself. So pop the link below. That'll keep you entertained and learning whilst on your power walks to get lean. Hope you found this video helpful. Drop us a comment below with how you're getting on with your own fat loss journey, and if you found running has actually worked for you. Smash the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.